Hello everyone and welcome to this extended track guide on the newly added Fuji Classic layout. This is the same track as normal Fuji, except there is no chicane. Today we will not only be talking about general braking points and track limits, but also about pit entry and exit, the do's and don'ts, and overtaking opportunities. The Fuji circuit has some really difficult sections, like the long right-hander, 100R, and the third sector. This hotlap is driven with the stock setup, so you can use this guide for the fixed LMU GT3 series. The ABS, brake balance and TC settings are here on the screen. Hopefully this guide will help you mastering this track. We will be starting at the tightest turn of the track, turn 1. It's a very sharp hairpin with a big descending curb at the inside. When approaching this corner, you go all the way to the outside and brake at the pole before the 100 meter mark. Brake hard and let off sharp of the brake when approaching the hairpin. Push the gas pedal hard to rotate the car out of the corner. It's important that you avoid the green curb on the inside, as this can unsettle the car. Also avoid the higher curb on the outside, as this really slows the car down and can cost you 2/10. It's really important to get good traction out of this turn, because there's a fairly long straight after this corner. Don't forget about turn 2! Turn 3 is a fast left-hander, where timing is everything. Brake hard after the 100 meter sign and where the grass starts to turn yellow, and let off the brake and turn the car in. You can clip the inside of the curb, but watch out with track limits. Track limits is at the white line. On exit, try to be early on the gas, but watch out with going too wide, as you will have a bad angle for turn 4. Consistency is key at turn 4 and 5, so try to find a rhythm that works for you. I like to go full throttle and let off the gas completely 50 meters after the little side road. You can adjust mid-corner by giving small brake or gas input, but don't go over 10% of input. Downshifting a gear can also help rotate the car. You can see from above that you need to choose a smooth line, where you hit the apex, drift away from the apex, and hit the apex again. On the second apex, you can clip the inside grey curbing. Take a tight exit as you want to set up the car for the next corner already. At turn 6, you want to brake at about the 50 meter board. Brake hard and trail brake to the apex. It's really important that you maximize your exit at this corner. You can clip the inside of the curb, but don't overdo it, as this can unsettle the car or give a track limit warning. The white stripe is the track limit here. On exit, watch out that you don't go too wide on the grass. Now we will pass turn 7, 8 and 9. I mean, you can't even call these turns. It's important that you take a narrow line, as you will cover less distance this way. Turn 10 is a really satisfying one, if you get it just right. There's a big curb on the inside which you can really attack. Look on the right side for the orange barrier and side road. You want to brake alongside the side road. You want to be a little bit on the gas again when approaching the big curb, because this stabilizes the car. Go immediately full throttle after the curb and watch out that you don't go too wide on the higher part of the curb. When you go on the grass, it's not the end of the road, as the car is still pretty stable. Don't go too far on the inside curb, as this will really unsettle the car. For turn 11, watch for the green curb and brake just before it. You want to take a wide approach for the apex to maximize the exit of this corner. It's a really difficult one to get right, but try to be as early on the gas to rotate the car a little bit on exit. You can take the outside curb pretty hard, but watch out for the white line, as it's easy to get track limits here. Just after turn 11, follow the curb to the left and just after the curb ends, do a small dab on the brake. Try to coast with very slight brake input for the apex of turn 13. Try to follow the rubbered line as a reference point for where the car should be in the corner. For turn 13 you also want the late apex to maximize the exit speed. Try to clip the red and white curb, but avoid the green curb. Go on the gas as soon as you pass the inside curb. On corner exit, don't go too much on the red and white curb and especially not on the higher pit, as this will again clip the car and slow you down. This corner sequence is all about rhythm again. It's really important that you don't brake too hard while turning in this corner, as you will get severe understeer. For turn 14, immediately go to the left to set up the car for the corner. There's no easy to spot braking point for this corner, so you have to try and get a feeling for it. You can use the white stripe at the left as a vague reference point. I start braking about 10 meters before the white stripe. The same method applies as for turn 12 and 13. Turn the car in and coast and brake the car very lightly to the apex. The exit for this corner is the most important one, as you have the main straight after this one. So try to get a late apex. For this corner you can also try to follow the rubbered line again. This time was a 1:38.3. The Mustang is not really suited for this circuit, and as you can see from the leaderboard, nobody is driving the Mustang. So although it was a really stable car, I would suggest choosing a different car for this circuit. When you are just starting out in sim racing, you should aim for a 1:44. Someone who does lower tier daily or league racing should aim for around 1:41. Someone who does higher tier daily or league racing should aim for 1:37.5. And the absolute aliens drive around 1:36. For the pit entry, you want to follow the white line and brake about 25 meters before the broken and solid line meet. Watch out that you don't hit the white stripe on the inside, as this gives a track limit warning. After that, brake at the white line and enable the pit limiter. For the pit exit with warm tires, brake just before the white solid pit line ends and trail brake to the apex. On cold tires it's about the same, but you have to be extra careful when turning in and applying the throttle. This track provides good racing, but there are not many overtaking opportunities apart from turn 1. Turn 1 is the best overtaking opportunity, as you have a big straight before it and a very long braking zone, with a tight hairpin where you can have multiple lines. Last turn is also an overtaking opportunity. You can catch someone off guard when they take a white line and send it inside. But this is a really tricky one, and you have a big chance that the gap will close very fast as your opponent races back to the apex. And now comes the full lap. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.